welcome back to my channel. My name is Devyn Naomi, and today I am giving you a soft glam makeup tutorial. This look is perfect for a night out, a date night with your boo. You're just feeling a little extra cute, you know, you just want to look cute. This is the perfect look for you. This look, when I tell y'all I ate down, this look gives just effortless beauty, just snatched, gives all of that. So grab your brushes and let's get into it. I have such a tiny space, so we're gonna make it work though. Next time I'm gonna use my bigger table, that way I can lay out everything perfectly because everything's kind of like compact on this little small TV tray. So before we even think about doing the makeup, we need to start with skin prep. So I did wash my face before I film this video. Before I start putting on my makeup, I always make sure to wash my face. A good skincare routine is key to long-lasting, beautiful looking makeup, as well as a good primer. So for the primer today, I am using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, my go-to primer. As you guys can see, I also already did my eyebrows off camera. If you guys want a eyebrow tutorial, be sure to like this video and let me know in the comment box below. If you have oily skin, I recommend a more mattifying primer and just putting that in your T-zone. This e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is more of a hydrating primer. It helps to keep the skin plump and refreshed while applying my makeup. So for foundation, I like to use a buildable foundation. So today I am using the Hasselblad foundation. It's a shade 480 by Hasselblad. I just picked this up today. I did have the shade 440. As you guys can see, this one is much lighter than this one. So you guys see the difference. I tried this one on in store. It looked great. It looked like it matched my neck. So we're gonna test this one out. So when I'm applying my foundation, I like to use a brush. Today we're gonna be using all Morphe brushes. They did just recently launch a new brush collection. I tossed out all of my old school Morphe brushes. I don't know why I did that. It was out of impulse, but I did toss all of those brushes and I re-upped and purchased all of the new brushes. I love the new Morphe brush collection. It is amazing. If you guys have not picked it up, then I definitely recommend that you go cop that. So I did zoom in just a smidge so you guys can see more of what it looks like as I'm applying the foundation. So always shake up your foundation before you apply. I'm going to apply my foundation directly onto my brush. I'm so scared. Y'all know how sometimes the Sephora mirrors be playing tricks, especially on women of color. Like, it looks so good while we're in the store, but when we step out in natural lighting, sometimes the foundation be looking a mess. So I'm really hoping that this foundation eats. I'm gonna leave under my eyes alone because I am gonna go in with my concealer in that area. Just trust the process. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with concealer. For my concealer today, I'm gonna be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This concealer is my go-to concealer, one of my top favorites. I'm just gonna take my concealer and go right underneath my eyes just to brighten up my under eye. So before I blend this out, we're gonna let it sit just a little bit so it can get a little, not sticky, but it can warm up to the skin. That way when I blend it out, it's not watery and smearing all over the place. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be blending out my concealer now. I'm gonna be using the Morphe M133 concealer brush. I'm just tapping and swiping. So I'm honestly really liking this foundation. Now that it's set a little bit on my skin, I'm definitely liking this foundation. Soft Glam is all about warmth. So for this look, I'm going to be using a nice creamy bronzer by NARS. This is in the shade Laguna 4. And then I'm going to be using my Morphe brush, cream and liquid bronzer brush. This is the M242 brush. We're just gonna add this to give like what they like to call a sun-kissed look to the cheeks, the forehead, and a little of this bronzer goes a very long way. So next we're going to be getting into my favorite part of doing makeup, which is my blush. I'm absolutely obsessed with the NARS blush in the shade Exhibit A. This is literally my favorite blush. It gives the perfect rosy glow without overdoing it. So it's just like the perfect amount. I'm going to be using my Morphe blush brush. This is the M202 brush. Again, I'm loving the slant. Morphe 8. Y'all see that? Look how pigmented this blush is. It's great. So we're just going to get the apples of my cheek. And then just tap to get all the excess off. I like to smile when I'm applying my blush, just so I know I'm getting the area that is needed, which is the apples of my cheek. So now we lock everything in. So for today's setting powder, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Banana Pro Filter Setting Powder. And I just re-upped on this because I forgot how good this powder was. For the longest, I've been using the Huda Beauty setting powder. I think it's like called Kunafa. I'll leave a link of that product down in the description box below, as well as everything that I'll be using today. But we are going to go in with this translucent setting powder. I'm loving the yellow, but I'm going to touch up just a little bit of my... Okay, y'all, so I just went in with the Born This Way multi-use sculpted concealer. This is in the shade Butterscotch. I'm going to let this sit just a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out so you guys can see how I brighten my under eyes. I do like the NARS Walnut Concealer I use, but I do want to add just a little bit more dimension, so I went in with that Born This Way concealer. So let's give that a second to dry, and then we'll blend that out, and then we will set everything with the Fenty Beauty Banana Setting Powder. Okay, I think that's enough time, so we're just going to go in with the same concealer brush, the same concealer brush to blend out see how that is like, it's different. I I love the Born This Way. I might have to reorder how I favorited the items, because I honestly think that the Born This Way foundation is my favorite, not foundation, concealer is my favorite concealer, because it's just so creamy. Don't get me wrong, the NARS one is just as creamy, but it's something about the Born This Way concealer that I just geeked about. We're gonna start setting the look using the Morphe Powder Puff. As you guys can tell, I have definitely been using this baby. We're just gonna dab a little bit and then blow off the excess, and then we're going to set underneath our eyes. Now, I like this setting powder, the Fenty one, because it's not heavily fragranted. I do love Huda Beauty and I do love the scent of her baking powder, but sometimes, child, it be too much. I like to go in with this setting powder because it's much more lightweight than the Huda Beauty one. I still love my Huda, don't get me wrong. I still love Huda. This one, there's pros and cons to each one. We could talk about that later, but I must say Fenty has it. Compared to the two, Fenty is literally my top favorite setting powder. For me, the most oily part of my entire face, out of my T-zone I should say, is my upper lip and a little bit of my nose, just like the tip of my nose. So I like to make sure that I'm setting those areas that are prone to get a little bit more oily than the rest of my face. I also like to set my brows so my brows don't move. And remember, if you guys do want a brow tutorial, then just be sure to like this video and let me know down in the comment box below so I know what to film next. So now we're just gonna let this sit a little bit. Then we're gonna go in to dust away all of the setting powder. We're gonna go in with another one of my Fenty favorites, the Fenty Matte Foundation Powder. Let's see if it'll focus, there we go. And then this is in the shade, okay, my little thing fell out, but this is in the shade 430. I know it looks light, but I promise you, it helps. It's not as light as it looks. Like, once it's set, it definitely matches what we have going on here. So to just dust it away, I'm going to be using the Morphe powder brush. This is the M164 brush. And again, if you guys have not tested out the Morphe new brush collection, go test it out. You guys are literally missing out. Go test it out. So I literally just dab my brush into, well, tap my brush into the powder foundation because I don't want too much. So far, it's looking really good. I just have to shout out my boyfriend really quick. He knows I've been wanting to film a makeup video for so long, and so I put him in the room along with our dog, and they've just been so quiet. Like, I love it. I just like how my man supports me. I really do. It's great. It's a great feeling. So the last thing we're going to be working on, well, the last two things is lips and then setting spray. So for the lips, I'm going to be using One Size lip liner. This is in the shade Coin Collector. Shout out to Tamara Renee for putting me on to this lip liner, as well as this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lip gloss in the shade Caramel Honey. This nude lip combo together is beautiful, okay? It is beautiful. So we're zooming in just a little bit more so you guys can get the full look while I'm applying this. Now we're gonna top it with the Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Caramel. And then lastly, of course, we have to set everything in place using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to be spraying this all over my face. And that's the final look, y'all. A soft glam look, good for really any occasion. And that's the final look, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down in the description box below to let me know what you guys want to see next from me. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Love you.